This is the Tesla Model 3, Ireland's third best-selling electric car so far this year, alongside the Volkswagen ID4 and ID3. Tesla has recently facelifted the Model 3 with loads of new changes inside and out, which we're going to run through in this video. Prices in Ireland start from around €49,000 for the Standard Range Plus model, and it has a 448 kilometre range. The long-range version that you see here has a best-in-class 580 kilometre range with prices starting from around €59,000. We're going to take a look around the updated Model 3 now to see if it can stay ahead of the game. Before we start, remember to check out Carzone for Teslas for sale from trusted sellers in Ireland. It's a few years since the Model 3 first arrived on the market, however this updated 2021 model gets a few changes on the outside. Look closely and you'll notice new black satin trim across the doors, the door handles and surrounding the cameras up front, and this used to be a chrome finish on the old model. Tesla has also added new wheel designs with more efficient tyres to reduce rolling resistance out on the road. As standard you get 18-inch aero wheels, but this one has upgraded 19-inch sport wheels. The tailgate is now power assisted too, so you can open it easily with the touch of a button outside, on the touchscreen inside, or also using your smartphone with the Tesla app. Boot space is decent, if not as good as what you get in other electric cars like the Volkswagen ID4 or the new Audi Q4 e-tron. Combining the front trunk with the boot space at the rear, you get a total of 542 litres of space. There's also now holes in the boot lid lining here, which allows rainwater to drain away better than before. This used to be a problem on the previous model with rainwater spilling into the boot, but this is much improved, and definitely that's good for Irish buyers because it rains a lot here. One thing that the Model 3 has been criticised for is differences in the panel gaps on the outside, and this can vary from car to car. However, there aren't any obvious issues with this one that we're driving. Stepping inside, the updated Model 3 now has double glazed window glass, which should reduce noise in the cabin out on the road. The quality of the interior has definitely improved in this updated Model 3, as it often came in for criticism in the previous model. More updates include the new black sealed satin finish. You also get a magnetic strip on the sun visor and these really nice scroll wheels on the steering wheel. From the driver's seat, the Model 3 is hugely impressive with a minimalistic dashboard design and of course the huge 15-inch touchscreen which controls virtually everything in the car. Of course, the touchscreen system allows you to adjust your infotainment and also watch driving hazards out on the road, but when you're parked up you can also enjoy lots of creature comforts like onboard whoopee cushions, beach buggy racing, and also even a built-in karaoke system if you are so inclined. When it comes to tech, Tesla has a wow factor that few of its rivals can match. And speaking of wow factor, you also get this huge glass panoramic roof which stretches all the way across the cabin and fills it with light. The original Model 3 used to have a glossy piano black finish across the center console, which was impossible to keep clean, and it used to get covered in fingerprints. However, the newly updated model has a wrapped matte black finish which is much better and it feels more premium too. The Model 3 now has a wireless charger as standard where you can charge two smartphones at the same time, which is really clever. There's also now two USB-C charging points down here where you also get lots of storage space too. Tesla says its vegan interior materials are also more sustainable than those used in traditional car seats, although we would question how well this bright white interior finish will stand up to daily wear and tear. Space is good throughout the cabin with lots of room in the rear seats. There's good legroom even in the middle seat thanks to the flat floor. The glass roof also adds lots of nice light into the cabin and makes it feel more spacious, although headroom could be better, especially if you are over 6 feet. The Model 3 should also make a good family car as there are two sets of Isofix mounts in the back seats. Back up front, the front trunk is slightly smaller than on the old model, and that's because Tesla has added a new heat pump in the facelifted Model 3. That's a more efficient way of heating the interior and using less battery power. As a result, if you are driving the updated Model 3 in cold, wintry Irish weather, you should get more range and be able to go further than before. Go for this one, the more expensive long-range model, and you get a huge 78 kilowatt-hour battery which gives that 580 kilometre range, and that's enough to get you from Malin to Mizzen Head. In reality, you can expect to achieve around 500 kilometers of range from a single charge with this long-range version, but that is still well ahead of any of its rivals. Performance is brilliant in the Model 3 with the twin electric motors sending 434 horsepower to all wheels, with enough power to throw you back into the driver's seat when you accelerate hard. It can sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 4.4 seconds, and you will not be left wanting any more performance from this car. Although you mightn't expect it, it is a lot of fun to drive too, and it will take corners very well and in complete silence. There is still plenty of wind and road noise from the tyres when you are driving, even with the double glazed windows, but it is relaxing nonetheless. In terms of charging, maximum charge speed is an impressive 170 kilowatts, so it can rapid charge faster than most other electric cars at this price point. With Tesla's supercharger network of chargers, the Model 3 adds up to 275 kilometers of range in just 15 minutes. Prices for the rear-wheel drive standard range plus model start from €48,990 in Ireland, and you get a 448 kilometer range for that. With the basic model, you get basic autopilot, which will allow the car to steer, accelerate and brake automatically for other vehicles and pedestrians in its lane. You also get 18-inch aero wheels and pearl white paint as standard, but colours such as black, blue or red are all extras. It's a similar story inside. You get all black interior as standard, but this black and white combination is an optional extra. You can also choose to add enhanced autopilot for €3,800 extra with auto lane change, auto park and even Tesla's summon mode too. Our test car is the long-range dual-motor all-wheel drive version, and it starts at around €59,000 in Ireland, but you get that huge 580-kilometre range. Our test car has upgraded red multi-coat paint, 19-inch sport wheels and a premium interior, which bumps the price tag up to €70,000. If you want to go mad altogether, there is a range-topping Model 3 performance model which starts at over €65,000 with 20-inch wheels, performance brakes, a carbon fibre spoiler and lowered suspension, and it offers supercar beating performance with a 0 to 100 kilometer time of just 3.3 seconds. Although there is a flood of new electric cars arriving on the Irish market this year, the Tesla Model 3 remains a standout option with hugely impressive tech, an unrivaled range, and it is really great to drive too. That said, the tech does take getting used to, especially if you are adverse to touch screens. There are also some documented build quality issues with the Model 3, such as the panel gaps that we spoke about earlier. However, we haven't seen any of this on this car. Overall, the updated Model 3 is a big improvement on before with better build quality too. Check out carzone.ie where you can find Teslas for sale across Ireland from trusted sellers.